Finished the last one off last night.
Here we are in Ketchikan. Gangways are deployed. We are looking for our short excursion. Time to exskirt. What did I say? 690 is maybe our number?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Are we the Neets Bay Bear Cruise?
We are.
I think so.
620 in area.
Howdy, y'all.
How's it going?
Right over here.
Doing well.
I think where you go? Yes.
Going on the Neets Bay trip?
Yep, 698.
Excellent. Very cool. Now, I don't know numbers, but I know this thing right here.
That's
All right, if you're heading to Neets Bay, you're going to head over in the direction of that stop sign there.
Yeah.
Straight line past it, there's a ramp. Dude in a bright green coat with a bright green flag standing at the top of that ramp. That's Shep. They'll take your tickets and get you steered towards the correct vessel.
You
All right.
got it.
They'll
Thank
be
you
on the
so much.
St. John today. Thanks, Thank you.
Appreciate it. Oh, that's cool. I saw the St. John as we were making our way in. Majestic Princess getting a little cleaning over there.
I live in Ketchikan year round, but I grew up in Bellingham, Washington. About 90 miles north of Seattle. Pretty dry. All right, I'm gonna sort around.
On the left on the Melinda Lee, enjoy. You are on the right on the St. John.
St. John.
Same with you, enjoy.
Thank you so much.
On the left on the Melinda Lee.
Well, we've been off for a few minutes and I've yet to see a bear. I don't want to call this a fail. No, just kidding. This is pretty cool. So the St. John is our vessel of the day. We've left the big ship and now we're heading toward an expedition boat. It might be a little aggressive to call it an expedition boat, but that's what I'm calling it. Expedition boat. Wow, the ship is huge. Huge. Good morning. Morning. We're the St. John's to the right, I think. You think there's seats in the top compartment?
Good morning.
Good morning.
If you want to go straight to the right.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Doing well, sir. Hey, good morning.
You guys are welcome to take your mask off when you're outside on the upper deck and enjoy some nice fresh air. We do have life jackets listed in a little basket underneath your seat, and you're going to pull out a life vest. Once you get that out, you're going to unclip the clasp from the knee ring, let it fall to the side. Take the two sides of your life jacket, pull them apart, place it right over your head. then you're going to take that. In the unlikely event that we have someone go overboard, what you're going to do is you're going to point at them in the water. You're going to shout, "Man overboard," and keep your eye on them. As many people as we can need to point at them and keep your eyes on them so we can safely get them out of the water. We do also keep all of our surfaces nice and clean and sanitized with a non-toxic disinfectant called Aqua Alaska. So keep everything nice and safe for you guys. We do also have 3 marine heads located on the lower deck toward the stern. If you guys need to use the restroom at any time, you guys are welcome to move around the boat. Just be aware that when we speed up, just want to make sure that you have a nice firm grip on one of the railings. So just always keep one hand for yourself, one hand for the boat. So when you guys are moving around, just try to make sure you got a hand on something. We will...
Area Dravilla. There's a salt start. One kind of main road on the side of the island, about 6 miles long.
So we are underway. We're gonna do a lot of cool stuff that well, I'll just show it to you. I'm not gonna tell you about it, but we've already seen a seaplane take off and land, which you don't see that very often. But we are making our way to Neets Bay, but there's the Majestic Princess in the background. You know, Don, it's a little cold, but it's not raining yet.
It's not that cold, actually.
Yeah.
We haven't picked up speed yet.
That's true.
But they're really comfortable inside. Lots of room. I think there's only 16 of us on this boat. So that means lots of good views when we see the bears. And we're going to see bears.
We're in,
keep positive.
yeah, we're in for a really great day. There's a naturalist on board. There's also a native artist on board. We're going to see, okay, I'll tell you something we're going to see. We're going to see some totems. And so we're going to have a talk about totems, which is pretty exciting. A big part of the culture here. And yeah, this is it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You might see an orca. No, I don't. That was the other day. But no, we'll bears. Bears, that's what we're looking for. You never know. So the naturalist was just telling us, and we heard this also in Skagway and Juneau, that the groceries come in by water, by barge. And so these are the shipping containers that's used to supply food to this area. And so, yeah, if you want to get like fresh eggs or make sure that you can get eggs, you have to know what day that the food is coming in and head to the grocery store. But this is food delivery here in Ketchikan. It's pretty wild. A lot of stuff we take for granted in the lower 48 for sure. We've got our first wildlife sighting. A couple bald eagles sitting on the pilings, observing us go out. It's pretty cool. So these blue and white vessels, they're part of the transportation system here in Alaska. They will actually take people all the way from Washington up the Inside Passage into Alaska. They're cabins you can get, they're berths that you can get, but also if you want to travel like a little more economically, they'll let you camp on the top. So you can jump into the Inside Passage with the crazy weather, pitch a tent, and get from Washington all the way up into Alaska. So yeah, I can imagine that being cold, but cool nonetheless, in more ways than one.
We're going to speed up here for just about 5 minutes.
So we're probably like 15 minutes into the journey. They just showed us this area here. And if you look at that little bay area, that's the terminal, the newest cruise terminal that they built. This is where the Norwegian Encore is actually docking. So if you're on Norwegian Encore, you're not going to be super close to the downtown area, but a brand new cruise port. I'm assuming like all the excursions and stuff will be, you'll have to take a shuttle over there. But yeah, so that area right there.
We're done here. I'm actually helping to pull was done by John Rowan. This is 5 generations of massive road. The pull was done in 1940, I think. First European settlers came through here 300 years ago or more. They know that all of our villages are against steel. We look right on the Japanese official current, takes 90 days for driftwood to get here from there.
So we're about an hour and a half into the journey. It's really it's a trip out here to get to Neets Bay for this bear excursion. We've seen some things along the way. We saw the totem pole park. We looked for eagles at a known eagle's nest. There was actually a humpback whale that we didn't fully see. It went on a terminal dive. If you come to Alaska, you'll get familiar with this phrase, terminal dive. That means you might have saw it, but it's gonna disappear for 5 or 10 minutes. And so sometimes you're not gonna see it again. And of course, a lot of birds flying around. So we continue to make our way out there. But yeah, this is the anticipation builds. Are you anticipating it? Look at Don, fingers crossed for bear. He's ready to go. So we're in Neets Bay. We're trying to make our way to a small rock area there that there might be some wildlife. So this is the hunt is on. So we made our way to the end of Neets Bay at the salmon hatchery. We're looking on the coastline for bear, but nothing so far. But yeah, that's where we're at. Sure is pretty here, though. I'll tell you that. Wow, them views. Making our way out of Neets Bay for right now, at least where the salmon hatchery is, so not sure what's next, but we continue to look for wildlife.
Eutrophic, so essentially they're full of life. So our waters up here are nice and cold, and cold waters are going to be...
Alright, so that's the way it goes sometimes. We are down now in the bottom cabin, making our way to a different spot. We're gonna jump on a bus to go back to Ketchikan. But yeah, it's you don't know what you're gonna get when you get out there, and so some beautiful scenery, but unfortunately no bear as of yet. But if Don doesn't eat lunch in the next 3 hours, we might see a bear. So I don't know, Don's got 4 hours before he gets hangry anyways. It's beautiful out here, but yeah, so but we're gonna try to go to Ketchikan and explore a little bit before the all aboard time, so stick around. Alright, so they've dropped us, and now we are making our way to the next part of the tour, which I think is just a bus ride back to Ketchikan proper. I think this shack is owned by David. Those are David's buoys. Come on, that was good for on the spot. Oh. Oh. What I was looking for was a steep inclined walk today.
On wet stone.
All right.
Really? I hope there's a couple.
And
there is insurance here. That's a little opening.
All right, let's check out Creek Street. Now, this used to be where the brothels were, and people would come here to Ketchikan, especially lonely miners, to spend some gold.